One thing I always love about Sharon's speech, we talked about the conversational style. The first speaker, Sharon, always manages to make it sound like a conversation, like she's talking to us. And I really always enjoy that. The other part is the smile and the enthusiasm talking about driving. She really is able to, I think, reflect that. And I really always like that in your speeches. On this particular one, somehow the first story got a lot more attention than the second one. I think maybe because of the sidebar in the middle, it sort of seemed like you got a bit off track and started talking about the youth leadership and how that relates to the driving, and then came back and and now I take you to my second point about the driving. So I don't know if that was planned or just kind of mind wandering in the middle of the speech or not, but maybe try to, if you have two main points that you talked about at the beginning, I have two things, and then at the end you said I have two things. One of them had a lot more in terms of time than the other. It's just a kind of minor thing I observed.
Oh, Sharon, what a treat to listen to your speech. I agree with Jennifer. You at the beginning, you can probably mention you have two upcoming attractions in your speech while you deal with the two challenges. One thing I'm thinking can be even further improved upon your fabulous speech is the transition from the first lesson to second lesson. Because when I listen to your second lesson, I feel, hey, is this the same lesson as the previous lesson? So I don't know, it's not very clear to me until the pretty end of your second portion. But I really enjoy it. You delivered two great lessons in a fun story format. Thank you.
Comments? One more, please.
Sharon, I think your speech will benefit a lot if you would make it more Hollywood style, like more interactive. And by saying that, I mean developing characters slightly more, just describing the setting and people you're talking to, like your sister, and making it more conversational. You certainly talk to us, but if you would talk from your character, or probably from your inner voice, it would be more conversational, much more entertaining. For example, you said, and I was driving on this road, and what I saw was like other cars there, and I went there, and I said, you can say it by using your inner voice. So I'm driving, hey, what next car is, what they're doing to me, and like that. And the second, you say to your sister, and you ask your sister to drive, yeah? And she wasn't happy, right? And you may say, and then I said, hey sister, hey my little sister, or my older sister, do you want to drive? Can you drive? I don't want. I said, oh no. Every time I do this for you, something like that, and it just short addition to that, it will make more interacting, and your story will benefit out of it. But overall, like very entertaining, very good. Thank you.